Lionel Messi, the man who defined football, now plays in a league where he can't be relegated. No matter how bad Inter Miami plays, no matter how many matches they lose, they stay. Welcome to the only football league in the world where success isn't earned. It's bought. But the truth behind it, it's crazier than you think. For decades, Americans looked at football or soccer as a strange foreign obsession. But what they built instead might just be the most strategic league on the planet. While Europe chases glory and tradition, MLS is built on control, stability, and profit. No relegation, no promotion, no chaos. You don't earn your place here, you buy it. Welcome back to Football Cosmos. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Subscribe to the channel. Before the MLS was founded, the US tried to build professional soccer under the banner of the NASL. Founded in 1968, the league exploded onto the scene with big ambitions. Football's biggest icons arrived: Pelé, Eusebio, Johan Cruyff, Gerd Müller, George Best, Franz Beckenbauer. For a moment, it looked like the NASL was about to make America a soccer nation. However, the dream unraveled. By 1984, the league folded, leaving the US without the top-level soccer league for over a decade, when the US won the right to host the 1994 FIFA World Cup. Around the same time, development for a professional Premier League started. In 1996, the MLS kicked off, with 10 teams signing up as founding members, learning from the failure of the NASL. So MLS began with conscious choices: fewer teams, controlled growth, and an innovative structural model to avoid repeating the mistakes of the past. Now let's take a look at what makes this MLS so special, or crazy, depending on how you look at it. In Europe, promotion is sacred. From Sunday League to Champions League, that's the dream. Take a look at the Wrexham story, for example. In 2023, they were still playing in the National League, the 5th tier of English football. After 3 promotions, they now play in the Championship, England's 2nd tier. A footballing fairy tale that's incredibly entertaining to watch. But in America, these dreams come with a price tag. Every MLS team is a franchise. A business, not a club. To join, you don't need trophies, you need millions. Inter Miami, they paid $150 million to enter the league. San Diego FC, they paid nearly $500 million. You buy your way in like buying a seat at football's most exclusive table. And the league decides where teams exist, based not on sporting merit, but market potential. Fans, stadium plans, celebrity owners. It's the opposite of European football. And yet, it kind of works. Because for investors, stability is gold. No risk of relegation, no lost millions, just business wrapped in football shirts. When David Beckham arrived in Los Angeles in 2007, he didn't just join a club, he changed the economics of American football forever. To make it happen, MLS created a loophole, the designated player rule, or as fans call it, the Beckham rule. Every team had a salary cap around $5 million for the entire squad. But Beckham, he was exempt. He was a designated player, a superstar who could earn beyond the rules. And from that moment on, we've seen many football stars playing in the MLS. To name a few: Thierry Henry, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Gareth Bale, Kaká, Frank Lampard. And even now, we see Inter Miami emulating Barca's prime with Luis Suarez, Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, and of course Lionel Messi. The MLS has always lured legends at the twilight of their careers, but this time they weren't coming for vacation. Beckham owned a slice of the league, and that changed everything. Now, Messi doesn't just play for Inter Miami. He profits from it. The league gives these icons freedom to shine, but ensures every team stays financially equal. A strange mix of communism and capitalism. Team equality meets star power. In Europe, most talented kids are scouted at a young age. You grow in an academy, and if you're lucky, you make it. In America, your dream starts at college. Each year, the worst teams get the first peak of the best college players, the MLS Super Draft, a football version of the NBA, and NFL, a reverse reward system where failure gives you hope. For some, it's a fairy tale. For others, it's a clash of cultures, because across the ocean, the idea of drafting a footballer sounds insane. But here, it's the American dream, and beyond that, each club can also develop homegrown players, young talents from their own academies who don't count toward the salary cap. It's a balancing act between business efficiency and youth development, between Hollywood and grassroots. In Europe, the table is sacred. Consistency is everything, but in America, they live for the finale. After the regular season, the best MLS teams battle in the playoffs. Winner takes the MLS Cup, the one with the most points. They win the Supporters' Shield, a polite trophy, but not the one people remember. Because for Americans, it's not about steady dominance, it's all about showtime. Finals, drama, penalties, confetti, where Europe rewards discipline, the US rewards moments. But behind the spectacle lies a system unlike any other in world football. The MLS is not just a league, it's one company. Every player's contract owned by the league itself. Teams don't own players, they borrow them. That's how MLS survived when others failed. The NASL had Pelé, Beckenbauer, Best, and it still collapsed. MLS learned control the chaos. So when Messi signs, technically he works for the league, not the club. It's football as a corporate entity, designed not for risk, but for survival. And maybe that's why, nearly 30 years on, it's still standing. To Europeans, it feels unnatural. Football without promotion, without fear, without punishment. But to Americans, it's freedom. Freedom from financial collapse. Freedom from relegation nightmares. Maybe they've built a system Europe could learn from. Or maybe they've turned the world's most emotional game into a product. Either way, it's working. The MLS isn't broken. It's just different. A league where money buys safety, where failure is part of the plan, and where even the greatest player of all time can never be relegated. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. See you next time.